Coach, overall, all the phases of the game, able to get a number of penalty kills, able to get a couple of power play goals, and working well on 5-on-5. What can you say about the effort that you guys gave overall? In
I
all
thought the effort
facets?
was really good. I'm happy with our effort. I thought we got a little loose with the puck in the third period with a 3-goal lead. It's just bothersome because of what happened last weekend with a 3-goal lead. But Neitz made a great save at 4-2 there at the end, but I'm not. The effort is not something that's concerning right now. We've had 3 games with the effort's been pretty good. The execution is always something we'll strive to do better, but. That's a veteran team. That's a team that's went to the national tournament last year that won a championship. Full marks to our guys. I thought we played well.
Seemed like your puck movement in the offensive zone, especially with your top line and also that line with the sophomores, was very, very quick. What did you kind of like from those guys?
I like that. You know, I thought for the most part we played fast all night long. We try to talk about playing fast without rushing. I think there is a difference. But I thought the puck movement was good. I thought our defensemen hit too many shin pads in the offensive zone. Now it's a compliment to the other team as well, but we need to do a better job than that. We shouldn't be getting shots blocked as many as I thought we got blocked tonight. But overall, I think our play in the offensive zone over the course of 3 games has been pretty good. We've been hunting pucks. We're not a one and done team. It's first effort, and then we go and hunt it down and get it again, and stay in the offensive zone and kind of sustain some pressure and momentum and it's not just those 2 lines. You're right; those 2 lines would come to mind. But I thought all the lines. There's a couple of Messenberg shifts that come to mind with Frankie and Sully there. So our offensive zone play is something that we've got a good starting point. It's managing puck through the neutral zone, and then at times in the defensive zone that I think we need to just tighten up a little bit.
Played a physical game, but only, I think, including the too many men at the end, but so only 2 power plays that you surrendered up until that point, or that you gave them the opportunity on. Last weekend you had 9 throughout the weekend. So what were you able to do differently while still being physical, but stay out of the penalty box?
There's not, Drew. That's one of those things where you all you can do is talk to them about it, and we want to play to the edge, and anything over the edge is out of control and potentially undisciplined and so on. And I think if you're managing pucks, then you don't need to hook and hold and grab. And the physical piece, we have to be able to do that. We have to be able to play physical and play to the edge without going over and being out of control and hitting people from behind or whatever it is. That's who we want to be. That's who the guys say they want to be. I thought we did a pretty good job of it, again, against a veteran group who pushed right back. It wasn't like we were pushing them around. I think it was 2 teams going back and forth, and I thought our guys hung in there good.
In your own defensive zone, obviously the first goal came off a rush chance and a little bit of a flurry towards the end in front of your own net, but it was a lot of stuff that you prevented and kept around the perimeter. What schematically are you guys doing in your D zone that's limiting good chances?
Well, I think in general we're playing faster in the D zone. We have changed the X's and O's piece a little bit to what we think is just make it easier to exit our zone once we do earn the puck versus give a team another puck, and now you're defending for a minute when it should have been 20 seconds. But I put the onus on our players, on our defensemen. I think the 3 sophomores are have grown up. You look at Clement, you look at Moltz, Hampus, Drasner, those are guys that have played a bunch of hockey for us. I think Spencer Cox is fitting in nicely. The 8 defensemen was as I said to Wads before the game, it was integrity for the lineup in that all of those 8 guys deserve to play. And I'm not saying a forward didn't deserve to play, but you have to make those decisions. And I thought they did a nice job, just in general, of staying fresh and playing fast in the defensive zone and taking away time and space. And ultimately, we defended hard, defended well.
Last Saturday to have the big lead and then not be able to close it out. Then you moved to Sunday and seemed like you hit the gas pedal in the third period.
Yeah.
were they able to carry forward what they learned in that third period last weekend into tonight?
I mean, I'd like to hope so, Drew. I just, again, that second goal is preventable. That's a puck on our stick at the offensive blue line, and we cut to the middle of the ice and turn it over, and it ends up coming back the other way. Like, we need to manage time and space. We need to manage the game better. But there's only one way to gain experience, and that's to live through it. You can't simulate that in practice. The message to them going into the third period tonight was, we've been here before. We need to act like it. And I thought at times we did. I thought at other times we didn't, but another opportunity to grow and gain more experience, and hopefully it'll work in our favor as we move forward here.
Talked about the 8 defensemen already. On the other side of that, the 11 forwards. How did you manage having those 11 guys, and how do you think your guys responded to maybe playing with some different people throughout the game?
I thought they responded well. The line that played with different people was Daskus and Fletcher. Those two guys are seniors. I talked to them both before the game. This wasn't about limiting their ice time. This was just going to make who they're playing with different each time, or a lot of the time. Barbs did a bunch. Barbs is a guy that can play a bunch of hockey. Johnny Waldron, Turansky over the course of the game played some double shifting a little bit. So usually, when you've got special teams, it'll work itself out, and you're asking a guy or two to play a couple extra shifts a period, but nothing crazy. And I think that's the way it worked out. But I thought the group of forwards played well tonight. I thought they were hungry, they were hunting, and whoever we put with Thomas and Fletch seemed to do okay.
You're getting scoring from a lot of different areas so far this season, and but Turansky, it seemed like last year was really close to scoring a lot of goals. How good was it to see him be able to net both of those?
Yeah, that's exactly right. We thought he was close last year, and he's an offensive guy. He believes he's an offensive guy. I think our biggest challenge with these sophomores is treating them like they're not sophomores, or starting to expect more than what you can expect from sophomores. I mean, they played 3 games their sophomore year, and but it's nice to see them on the score sheet. Helen wants to be an offensive guy with points. Duke wants to be an offensive guy with points. We obviously know Johnny Waldron. I mean, Mess and Frankie's been all over the score sheet to this point. So from a forward perspective, it's nice to have those sophomores doing their thing, and tonight was Turansky's night.
Artur, the first game of the season on the home ice, and you came out strong, able to bury 2 of them. What was working for you overall, just as far as getting the pucks towards the net?
I think we had a pretty good first period, just getting puck deep. Although the second period wasn't as great, we were kind of losing the blue lines, but we found a way to finish the game strong.
You play on a line with 2 other guys in your class that you got to play with a little bit last year. You guys were obviously excellent last week as well. You had 3 assists. What do you like about playing with those 2 guys?
I would say we're like super tight off the ice. We have a good class just off the ice, and I think we just communicate well, and we've been pretty good in preseason so far. So we just transferred to the games.
As the game wore on, you already had the 2 goals, and it seemed like every time you were on the ice, the puck was finding its way to your stick, and you were hunting for that third goal. How hard were you working for the hat trick?
I mean, I was obviously feeling good after 2 goals, and I don't know. I work hard every time, so I don't know what to say about that.
And your guys' power play was really good today as well. I know you got to see a lot of different looks, a lot of different guys playing on the power play, but did you see anything different maybe this week compared to last week on what you guys had on the power play?
I thought we just supported the puck well. We hunted it down if we turned it over, and then we had a couple good puck movements.
They really brought it as the third period wore on. What were you able to do to prevent them from getting any more back and closing the game out?
I think we had a really good effort from our goalie, Logan Neaton, and we had a great kill at the end.